Oh, and you're 20, how old again?
25.
So, did your mother ever watch my show?
No.
Did she know about it?
It's you to her.
Huh?
I would be scared to even introduce your show to her.
Why?
You know what? Well, my mom went to college like around the time, I guess, when the big, like the feminism thing was really happening and the sexual,
Okay.
but she's got really, really strong opinions on it. And it's like, it always leads to a fight between us. Always. So,
That's why you turn on to my program because, see, here's the thing. What do I say that your mother would disagree with?
um,
No one can see you.
partly the fact that we have a responsibility to each other, to the community, because for her, it's kind of like, hey, she's kind of living for herself. She kind of did her own thing, and then that was it. She got
What, hold on. You said your mother is married to your father?
yeah.
How many kids how many siblings do you have?
I have two older sisters.
Are any of you ladies married?
No,
So your mother had three daughters, and she taught y'all to be independent, and raised you to believe you only have a responsibility to yourself.
right.
Okay. What other race of people live that way?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. So have you ever asked your mother why she believes this?
Um, no, not why.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess I haven't really gotten that far into it. I mean, it took me a year of just watching you to even get to the point of asking her, like,
Are you
hey,
afraid of your mother?
a little, yeah,
Do you think that's healthy? No one can see you, dear. I'm not even looking at you.
definitely not. No, it's not.
Gentlemen, I need you guys to understand how many black women are terrified of their mothers. I know women who are accomplished, PhD, Ivy League, MBA, well heeled. And I cannot tell you how many times I've told women that something that they need to do or confront their mother, and they become little girls right before my eyes. The transformation is instantaneous and it's terrifying all at the same time. I'm talking about women who have argued cases before the Supreme Court. And you need to say, and it's like, oh no, I could never. That is a power reserved for God. Gentlemen, I don't think we understand how many girls live in fear of their mother because they didn't get loved growing up. They got directed. They didn't get fathers who made them little girls and princesses and feel safe. Their mothers taught them how to survive. Imagine this. These mothers are Spartans. And these young women are hoplite. This is Sparta. While other girls are in the kitchen or doing arts and crafts and Girl Scouts and sleepovers and things like that, girls are either a disruption to their peace or their time, so they're shooed away. But they better help with the housework and this and that. Man, man, did I miss anything?
No, you read me like a book.
Uh huh. Think of Cinderella. The fairy godmother was there because Cinderella's mother died. How many black girls are raised with a Cinderella like syndrome, but they never get to be Cinderella? They just get the abuse. So they love their mothers, but it's not a healthy love. It's not a reverence, it's a fear. You can watch women, hell, you can see men who can be in charge of everything else. But in the black community, there is so much fear of Big Mama. And you think about where it comes from. My grandmother, I respect and admire her. I never feared her. I didn't fear my mother. I had a healthy reverence of her, but I know why so many of these children feared because of the abuse that we don't talk about. So many of these children are getting abused verbally, emotionally, financially, and in some cases, physically. And no one's supposed to say nothing about it. And then they get out in the world and act like it's all right. Then you see this woman at 21 and her mama 45 years old, and now they're living like sisters. I've heard daughters and mothers fight like Hatfields and McCoys. I've heard mothers and daughters say some of the "I wish I had never been born. I should have aborted you. I should." I'm telling you, I don't even want to say some of the shit that I've heard. And now that it's out and we talk about it on the internet, so many women are finally starting to hear that they're not crazy, they're not alone. And I've said it before, Generation X and baby boomers, the women owe a debt to the girls. Y'all owe these girls an apology. The burden that could be lifted off of so many women if these mothers would start acknowledging their abuse of their daughters and stop deflecting. I was young, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, whatever. Just own that shit and give your daughters a chance to live, because there's no way a black daughter should live in fear of her mama. Don't say anything, sweetheart. Yeah. What's going on?
Hi. I just
Hi.
wanted to say thank
How
you
are
so
you?
much. I'm good. How are you?
You don't sound angry. What's wrong with you?
Well, there's a lot wrong with me.
Oh.
I actually wanted to say thank you for the content that you share. I think it takes a lot of courage to speak up like this in this time period that we live in, and with a lot of people that are going to get emotional. I can't say I'm really angry right now. A lot of
Okay.
anger, and I had to do a lot of inner work, and I'm still constantly working on myself. And I think a lot of the anger comes from one, pain. Like for me, at least, I have to say it came from pain.
How old are you?
I'm 36 right now.
Okay. You need to turn off the YouTube in the background, or do you have YouTube
Nothing.
going? Okay,
No,
then turn down.
nothing is
Am
on.
I on speakerphone?
Yes, because if I
Okay.
take you off, well,
Okay.
you're
Well,
on the.
okay. Well, just turn me down a little bit on your speakerphone,
Oh,
because
sure.
like 2 ticks. There you go. All right.
Okay.
So, what's the
Is it
longest
better?
relationship? Yeah. What's the longest relationship you've been in?
The longest relationship was 4.5 years,
All right. And when did
and
that
that was
end?
about 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I've
Do you have
actually
any
been
children?
single. Sorry.
Do you have any children?
No, I don't.
And you're 30. What again?
I am 36.
Do you want to be married?
I do. I do want to be married.
Kids?
And I just realized that over the last year.
You want kids?
I've always wanted to adopt or foster. Um, but I now that I'm here, I'm realizing I do want to have children. Yes.
So you want to have your own? Or you want?
In all honesty, ideally, I would like to adopt or foster. The reasoning behind that, I don't want to sound like some kind of a saint. I just feel like there's a lot of kids in this world that really, really need love and need that. And I'm more than
let me help you out here though.
sure.
What state do you live in?
I live in Canada, actually. I'm in British Columbia.
All right. So at 36 years old,
Yes.
you want your ideal situation would to be able to find a man. Do you want to have to work after you adopt these children?
Yes. I actually don't ever plan on completely stop working.
What percentage of the household financial load would you like to carry? That's everything. What percentage?
Oh, would I like to? I honestly, I'm of the 50-50 mindset. So I would really love to be able to provide at least 50%.
Of the entire financial load?
Yes.
All right. Are you looking to marry a man who's older than you?
I'm honestly I'm open to older, not so much younger. Old
How
more.
much?
I
How
would
much
prefer
older?
older.
How much older?
I'm open to up to 10 years older.
Just 10?
Oh, I didn't even think past 10, to be honest.
Well, okay. The way you're coming across is an assertive woman. Fine.
Yes.
But that works in business. It doesn't work in relationships.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what you want, but
Mhm.
men who are marrying, I got news for you. They
Mhm.
tend to want, for the risk a man undertakes in the West for marrying a woman, they want to at least get their own seed into the next generation.
Right.
Without a biological child,
Mhm.
many men do not see the value in marriage.
Yeah.
Point blank
I
period. Point
agree
blank
with you.
period.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're talking about wanting to foster because or adopt because other kids, then because their children need that, I'm telling you how many men think about it. They're like, yeah, I need to make my own kids. I don't want to take over somebody else's kid because it's still like being a stepdad.
Right.
I don't think you ladies really understand how that impacts a man. He's going out to make himself the best version of himself to go raise another man's child. This is not how nature works. Even if you're willing to be a 50-50 partner, he still doesn't get his kid out of it.
Right.
So I understand that at 36, there may be limited options,
Mhm.
but if you're not really going to consider having your own biological child,
Oh,
yeah.
no, sorry. I didn't mean to come off as I'm not considering it. I absolutely I'm
Well, I've
more
asked it
working
three
with
times, and
reality.
you've said I've said it asked three times. You said adoption or foster. Not once did you say I want to have a baby.
I think I think that is coming from my lack mindset. I'm like I said, I'm still a work in progress. I think for me, I'm thinking I'm 36 years old. What is the likelihood of me finding so
Well, if you ain't having no
I
babies,
don't think I said
if you're not having this baby, the likelihood of finding somebody to marry gets diminished substantially.
right. Yeah.
I'm just being honest because
Yeah.
most men in the West have seen the horror stories. The 50 plus
Right.
percent divorce rate and women initiating 7 or 8 out of 10 divorces. If a man is not going to at least get a child out of it, he's basically coming in saying, even in a 50-50 scenario, limited
Mhm.
resources, I'm wasting time and potentially a portion of my resources to get what? To still be a stepfather.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, this is why my show does what it does. I understand you ladies know what you want, but do you
Mhm.
ladies think you ladies don't seem to understand what men want?
Yeah.
What does
You're
the
right. You're
so
right.
at 36, the kind of man you want, what does he want from a woman?
What you just said. He would want children, ideally. Um, all the other stuff that you spoke about, the fun, feminine, fit, all of that stuff.
Um now how tall are you? Are you fit?
I definitely did gain about 10 pounds over the last few months.
Yeah.
I'm 5'3".
Mhm.
I weigh 131 at the moment.
I mean, I can see that you're but the thing is, where's the femininity? Where's the softness?
You honestly you hit the nail on the head. This is actually something I'm working on very actively right now because I
Mhm.
definitely am in my masculine, and I have been
Where's
most of
your
my life.
family? Where's your where are you from, or where are your people from?
Um, my background, I'm Sri Lankan. I was born in India.
Uh-huh. That's unusual.
My dad left the family about 10
Well,
no, actually 13 years now.
is that you? Is that are you on the majority or the minority? Because most of the women I know from who are Indian are pretty feminine.
Yeah, it's true. I am definitely the minority, or at least I think I am. I guess I don't know everyone from
So
India, but
was it, were you taught this in your upbringing, or did you learn this in your,
yeah, unfortunately, I definitely was taught this in my upbringing. My parents always jokingly introduced me as their firstborn son.
okay?
I also
The
saw the
firstborn
difference.
son that dudes wanted to have sex with.
I was pretty young at the time, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
basically,
your body parts still worked. I mean, you went to college, right?
I did.
All right. So after college, you had a choice,
Yes,
and okay.
I absolutely messed up my choices.
I
In
mean,
the sense
okay.
that
So one,
yeah,
are you working with a therapist now?
I am.
Are you okay? And that's a clinician. Are you working with a female, someone to help you on your feminine journey?
So I don't have anyone tangible in person, but I do. This is something new to me. So over the last year, I've really been focusing on women that are in their feminine and watching their videos. I've reached out to one, a life coach,
Okay.
just so I can work on that aspect as well. Because I
All
honestly, I
right.
completely agree with you. I'm totally in my masculine. It's actually one of my insecurities now because I don't
Uh-huh.
know how to switch out of it, and I'm trying. I'm working on those things. But you were able to pick up within like a minute of talking to me, so that
Well, I picked it
means
up in that. Well, I do this for a living now. So
right, right.
I mean, most masculine men, most women get in their feminine by being around masculine men, but most masculine men would just go the opposite way because in today's environment, women like yourself, um, where we used to could sit around and talk to you, there's the legal issues and legal ramifications. So I would say this:
Mhm.
their clinician is great with femininity instructor, that kind of stuff, because just even in our communication, it is just direct. And what
Sorry,
that, and
it's
I'm
just.
and it's just direct. And I'm gonna tell you what it registers to me as a
Mhm.
masculine man is like, okay, let's just go have sex, and I'm gonna leave. That's what it
Okay.
registers to me. It registers to me as though she would be great in bed. This we could have fun,
Okay.
but then after that, there's no way I could deal with this woman past orgasm.
Okay.
I'm being dead honest. And
Right.
unfortunately, that doesn't serve you well in the outcomes you want, and that also limits or diminishes who you are or could be
Right.
by you coming across masculine, and you're going to always get, not always, but you're likely going to get the short end of a relational stick, or even worse,
Mhm.
attract beta males, weak men
Right.
who need somebody who's stronger than them to lead them. And so, all right, well, you know, let me think about that. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get on to.
Fine.
Go ahead.
I'm here to learn.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23. My
All
name
right.
is Nisha.
So the question we're talking about, talking about a general subject that women love men who cheat, and not the last caller, but the caller before was a married woman who obviously loved her husband, and she condoned and accepted his cheating when they dated and afterwards. When we hear women often talking about the men they are so heartbroken by, but they keep going back to, are the very men who cheat. So my question is, why do women love men who cheat?
I suspect somehow we get addicted to it. I think the hormones and wanting to be accepted, and there is the other element of perhaps wanting to be chosen above the other woman for validation.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Unfortunately, yes, but I've also been guilty of cheating as well.
Okay. And so, did you cheat on the same man who cheated on you?
No.
All right. So, this is what confounds men. Did you get it cheated on first, or did you cheat on the other guy first? No one can see you.
Okay, so I'm bisexual, so it was sort of the other way around.
Okay,
Um
it was a woman.
I cheated I was cheated on by a male. I decided, okay, I'll be with a woman, and I ended up cheating in that relationship, unfortunately.
So you got cheated on by a man. a response was in another relationship, you cheated on a man with a woman?
Um, yes.
Okay. And how did he respond to that?
No, the woman. How did the woman respond
Oh,
to
how did the
that?
woman respond
Obviously,
to that?
she's devastated. Cheating hurts. I feel people speak about it because they're trying to sort of unpack the trauma. It hurts on both sides. I think it hurts men when they get cheated on, and it hurts women when they get cheated on. That's why people speak about it, because they feel like they're trying to understand, why is it happening? Am I not good enough? And I think that's the question that women ask. And that's what I got asked. Like, why? Like, was I not good enough? And that's an impossible question to answer, because I think on both ends there's shame. It's shameful. It's sad.
No,
It
I think we don't.
hurts.
I don't think we talk about sex in an honest way.
Okay.
And there's a lot of misconceptions. But so a man cheated on you. Okay. So will you ever get married one day? Do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. Since you're bisexual, what will be your choice? Who would you choose to marry?
A man.
Yeah, these are all questions. That, okay. Um,
Pardon if it's a bit odd.
no, it's
I
not.
can
It's not
answer
because I've
why
dealt
if
with
you're
women who are no,
curious.
no, that's not odd to me. I've dealt with women who are
Okay.
bisexual. I've dated women who are bisexual, but it's not a common thing for a lot of people to understand it. So I'm trying to ask questions for the audience as well. Um, would you want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage, or would you want a more open marriage?
That's a really good question. Just to confirm, express to me what you mean exactly by traditional
Traditional
and
husband, wife, just you two.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, that's what most people think of, and then the typical gender roles.
Hmm.
Or would you want something that approximates a little bit more fluid or modern situation?
That's a really good question.
I
It really
know.
makes me think.
No.
Um, I would like the idea. So I love masculine energy, and I consider myself to be feminine, and I love the idea of a submission. That's my truth. Um, the other aspect.
Submission in
So I would
hold on.
say
Submission in the relationship or submission in the bedroom?
that's even a better question.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
suspect
I mean, I
both.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, I can tell. You're making me think really deeply. I suspect both. Both.
But can you submit to
So
a
I
woman
would say
sexually? Can you submit sexually to a woman in the bedroom?
I would prefer to submit to a man, because the masculine energy is
Yeah, we're
very,
gonna put our
very,
foot on your
very.
head.
No, no, don't.
Yeah, you like it. Trust me. Jump off the dresser in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bit.
What? Jump off
It's a
the
comedy bit. It's a comedy bit.
and
But
land
seriously,
where?
oh, it's just a friend of mine in Atlanta. But here's the thing: if you
Okay.
are, then your husband,
Hmm.
would you want to bring someone in for both of you guys? Because I don't think you just. I mean, I have friends who I got female friends who are bisexual. They
Hmm.
have boyfriends, but they have sex
Hmm.
with women, but they want relation. They want to be in a relationship with a man because they can't deal with women for the same reason men have a problem dealing with women. But they
Oh,
still want to do both of you.
oh, interesting. No, actually, I get it in that sense. I would go with traditional. I
Okay.
love the idea of monogamy. I like the idea of monogamy for health reasons. I like the idea of monogamy for resources. When you think of sort of the traditional, man goes out and gathers, or if just for an example, I'm not saying that. I'm just expecting my partner to go out and gather food, but just as an analogy, man goes out, a pre-modern man goes out, gathers the food, brings it back for the family. Sort of, I don't know if it would be ideal for me to have any
What
one of
part of the
us have
country
multiple
what part of the
partners.
world are you in?
I'm in London. So I'm from the
Okay.
Caribbean. I'm from Anguilla, and I live in London.
Well, if you're bisexual,
Hmm.
those urges don't necessarily go anywhere. So I find a lot of women who are bisexual tend to have more modern marriages, almost like an
Okay.
executive wife kind of thing. Because
Oh,
meaning, do you want children?
one child.
Yeah, see, that's what I've noticed that most women who kind of fit this profile don't want a lot of kids. Um, yeah, you got some thoughts to make, but you're gonna have that more liberal, sexually liberal kind of lifestyle. You need a man who you need partners who are going to be more on that wavelength, and that really doesn't fit well with traditional marriage. And a lot of people just aren't that open minded. You know, how old did you say you were again? 20 what?
23.
All right. Well, all the best to you. But if you know you like women, hey, I almost married a bisexual woman.
But Kevin, may I ask?
Go ahead.
Thank you. You mentioned urges. Um, Even if you may be attracted to someone else, if you're in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to act on it.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to act on it, but I'm realistic.
Okay.
Bisexual women tend to be attractive women, and women are attracted to women. Women are attracted to beauty.
Yes.
Uh, well, so is it most bisexual women who are married? They go get somebody outside their friend circle. They may recruit somebody. They may go on a trip. They may bring a professional in. They do what they do, and then they're going about their business. That's why I say
Okay.
it's a little bit more open. But the thing is, you get yours, he gets hers with her. You just have to have a conversation. Bisexual is not the
Okay.
norm in today, so you just have to have a conversation. But that's the problem. We don't have many sexual conversations. We just expect sex to work.
Mm,
And that's
got it.
bullshit.
Mm,
It doesn't
mm.
work. We
You
have
speak
to
truth
talk
on
about
that.
sex. Yeah, and we're going
Mm-hmm.
to speak more truth about that. And I'm going to bring on sex professionals, sexologists, and teachers because I stay in my wheelhouse and I let the pros talk about. I know what I've done and what I think, but I let the pros talk about that because one of the biggest taboos in relationships in general, Black people in particular, is we don't talk about sexuality, and we're just fucked up sexually. I'll just put it that way. We're fucked up sexually. Let me get back to some of these other folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, now this one is not just a conversation, it's just a confusion state. In quotes, she is a bisexual. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let's give credit to Mr. Kevin Samuels because he has more amazing work, more amazing videos that will teach you how to navigate yourself around men and women, how to teach you how to be as you in marriage, single parentinghood, and to work up upon yourself in one way or the other. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, today we are looking at this lady. She says she's a bisexual and she is a young girl. If she didn't lie about her age, see, she says she is just 23 years. What made her to become a bisexual? It's just a weak point on my side because she says they cheated on her, so she decided to become a bisexual. Before we proceed, do you know the meaning of a bisexual? A bisexual is someone who uses men and women. So this is so scary because it's like someone running away from their culture, from the tradition norms, and it's like contradicting things that are contradicting with God. Because God created a man should always have a woman, and a woman should always be with a man. There is no way God has ever created a woman to have fun with a woman or a man to have fun with a man. Am I right? There is no way it will work out. So, however, she said she has hopes of getting married one day. And this is whereby this lady, I'm trying to cut out her statements. She says she wants, one day she hopes to be married. And she's like, when they were asked, because she said she loves men and women, who would you choose? And she's like, I would love to get married to a man. Like, seriously, why not a lady? Because she says she can use both of them. I think, me personally, I won't judge because I'm not God, but I don't like associating with such people, because someone can be a bisexual. You have to choose once. That's why God created a man and woman. Why didn't he put whereby a man should get married to a man or a woman should get married to a woman? So you're already contradicting with the norms of the world, because they cheated on you. She's still young. I think she could do better. And this is something you will just hear on the news, but this is something common. I don't know why it's so common, mostly in ladies these days. It's so common. To the parents who take your kids to schools, try to figure out or try to follow up. Don't take your student and leave them there, because this is a lot of things happening out there, the world, like lesbianism, bisexual stuff, and so on. There is a lot happening. Just you need to be protective, because this is just a shame. On my side, it's a shame. It's not something that you would sit and be proud of. But of course, someone has reasons they have to go with. But me personally, it's a no for me. I don't even want to associate a lot with those guys. Even their story is just fake, because things of not being right, this is not being straight. Like, how seriously a lady, how will you get feelings for your own lady? Or a man, how will you get feelings for your own man? Don't you see that it's kind of weird and funny? Anyways, today that brings us to end of today's commentary. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as you give what you think about this, because it's far away from me, my understanding.